Yeah, that works. Hey everybody, my name is Lady J, and this is
Gilbert Bell.
hey y'all. We doing this new show. It's called BMore Brooklyn. So we want everybody to join in with us. It's going to be really fun. We're going to be talking about some fun stuff, and well, Gilbert can tell you a little bit about himself. Y'all already know me, so he can tell you a little bit about himself.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Gilbert Bell. I'm also the host of Gilbert and Bell Live. I'm a alcohol and substance abuse counselor, a credential alcohol and substance abuse counselor. I have my master's in social work, and I'm an entrepreneur. Um, I teamed up with Lady J because she's an awesome person, and we definitely did some things in the past, but we also came to the conclusion that there's some really interesting topics that need to be discussed, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to get it from two different perspectives in two locations.
Yeah, because you're in Brooklyn, and my son immediately said, "Is he from New York?" I was like, "Yeah, I love his accent." So you got that Brooklyn accent. So I'm from Baltimore. I know people tell me I have like the Baltimore accent, but I can't really hear it. So, but anyway, y'all, this is the Be More Brooklyn show. So tonight, what we're gonna be talking about what we're gonna be doing going forward, because it's gonna be really fun, and we're gonna be doing some fun topics, some stuff that people probably think about but they don't talk about. So we're gonna be doing that. But tonight we were actually, Gilbert and I had this conversation, because for those of you who know me, you know that I'm not big on the whole dating thing. Like, I could take it or leave it. So we've been having these really fun conversations about me and men and dating and all of that. And it's been fun. So I was like, we should just go ahead and do a show and really see how many, is there anybody else out there that feels like me? Like, it's not really a big deal. So we're going to talk about that. And I figured tonight, Gilbert, we could start off by talking about like these reality dating shows where
Right.
people are so, I don't even want to say desperate. I think people are just lonely. They looking for love. And, you know, why not try a reality show, I guess, if that's the way that they can
Right.
find. What you think about that?
Well, I'm not a big reality show watcher. I have caught a couple of episodes. I was actually in tune with I think it's the 90 Day Fiance one,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you go to these different countries and places to find love.
yeah.
Um, I think it depends on the person's situation. If if you gave up on your natural ability to find a companion, then hey, let somebody help you with it. If you feel like you got to go to another country, do your thing.
Yeah.
um I The way I look at it is, people, no, you just said it, nobody wants to be alone. People want companionship, you
Mhm,
know and most of the time when they say they don't, uh trust and believe it, it's probably a bad relationship from the past.
mhm, mhm. Well, I'm trying to think, because we had these conversations. So I'm just trying to think, like, I don't know, for me, I just feel like I'm really happy not being in a relationship. Like, it's not something that I really like. I can't see myself doing a 90 Day Fiance. The other show I watch is Married at First Sight. And then
Right. Yeah.
Tommy, he has what's that show called? Ready to Love. And y'all, by the way, next week, this is gonna be really good, because next Monday show we got Rashid from Ready to Love. He's gonna be talking to us next week on Be More Brooklyn. So he's gonna be here talking to us. For those of you who watch Ready to Love, I like watching those shows, but somebody said you have to build a relationship first. And somebody said, "Hey Gilbert, nice to see you again." I don't know who it is, but they said, "Hey Gilbert, nice to see you again." But yeah, so I think that um, I don't know. Like, I know, because we talked about it so much,
So
but it's,
I'm a just Lady J is different, y'all. Y'all know, if y'all know Lady J, she's different, and she want to sit here and talk and act all innocent. Listen, She be ignoring the flags because dudes be
Oh,
waving the flags in her face, and she ignoring them. So
I don't
you
know.
know,
Like you told me about some of the flags. We were having discussions, and you were like, "Did you see the flags?" I'm like, "No, I didn't see them." Like I totally, they went past me because I totally missed the flags. I don't know, like I don't know. I missed the flags, but I
so
mean,
I'm gonna say this to the ladies. Ladies, stop acting like you can't find nobody when them dudes is waving them flags. You know, you need to pay attention.
right.
You looking in the wrong direction if you don't see them flags.
Yeah. So Gilbert, when you say we looking in the wrong direction, like what kind of direction do you think we could pass? Like, what are we, or you know what? I'm not even gonna say we. I'm gonna use myself for an example. So, like the conversations we've had. So when you say that I'm probably looking in the wrong direction or not looking in the direction, like you can use me for an example to talk about it.
So in regards to Lady J, you know, dudes, from what she explained to me, dudes say certain things.
Mm-hmm.
They hit that stuff because I look at it like this. Nowadays, men have to really be careful how they approach women, right? Because it could be taken in the wrong content. You don't know how they're going to respond. So you want to try to, they try to be as clever as they can with, getting your attention and also um, imp- uh, um, implying that, hey, I like you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the sign that says, okay, I can proceed and ask you out or exchange a number, or something like that. And when you are walking with your head down, or you're standing in front of them with your head down, and you ain't seeing and you ain't paying attention, uh, then obviously that's not something that you're gonna notice.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't say that nobody really, be looking at me like that. Nobody, I don't get that type of energy, and I'm pretty sure you do, you know. But it's if you're not looking for it, because you said it, you're not really interested in that at the time, but you
Mm-hmm.
talk about the gentlemen that say things that may raise your eyebrow. You got to pay attention to that.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I just miss all the flags because if it's not business, I don't really, I'm not really paying attention if it's not a business discussion. So I stuff just because I've been with my girlfriends before and they'll say certain things like, did you see that guy or that guy was, I really don't see it. I'm really oblivious. I don't see it. And I guess it's because I'm just not tuned in and I'm not focused into that. But something else that we talked about, Gilbert, was that the thing that I get is that from my friends is that I have my presence. I'm intimidating. I might intimidate guys when they want to come and talk to me like they don't know how to approach me and I don't even realize that and I think there are women out there like me who are like that.
Yeah, like me being a man, I could say like I will. We could start a conversation with somebody that we're interested in, and never get around to really saying what we really want to say because that intimidation factor, depending on who the young lady is. Um,
Mhm,
I I think that when I was on that scene, I think that I was around enough a whole bunch of other men where my confidence is through the roof. So
mhm,
I don't care. Like I would say exactly what I want you to know, and a lot of men don't have that. You know,
mhm, mhm.
so ain't no, you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know you felt that way," or "I didn't know you was looking at me like that." Yes, you did,
Yeah.
because I told
Right. You were out with it. Yeah. My
you.
godson is like he just tells you straight up, this is how I feel. So somebody said sometimes being in a long-term relationship with a man for 20 years is hard. It's hard to start over. It's not that easy. You just need some breathing time. Somebody wrote that in the comments.
I, yeah, I would say, yeah, you want to take some space. You just had a whole commitment, for 20 years. That's a lot, and it take a lot to even last 20 years. Some people don't last 2 months or 2 years, you know.
Yeah.
So 20 years, yeah, definitely. And if you looking to rush back into something, then you know what I just say. Obviously, you wasn't happy for those 20 years, and it just took you so long to get up out of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now look, I want to switch up and go into these reality dating shows because I don't watch TV. I'm not a TV watcher, but I love reality shows like that. I'm not into the Atlanta Housewives and stuff like that. But I love the dynamics of people meeting and communicating and talking. That's big for me. So that's why I really love these shows. So the one show you mentioned is 90 Day Fiance, where we live in the States, but we communicate with people in other countries. And then you get them the K1 visa, bring them back to the States, and you got 90 days to decide if you're going to marry them. For me, that's like a bit much. Or you can go to that country. They got 90 days the other way, where you can go to that country and do the same thing. Like, how do you feel about that?
I say if it works for you, if it works for you, you know, different cultures have different customs.
Yeah.
So as a some men, they like females who are submissive, and some women like men who are dominant or submissive also. So it depends, because I've seen it both ways on 90 Day Fiance, where you had a dominant male, you had a dominant female, both looking for somebody in another country.
Mm-hmm.
So dealing with an American woman is rough nowadays. It's rough.
I
So
mean, but why? And see, I hear that a lot, and not just the American woman, but the American Black woman that is rough. And I hear that, but I'm just like, what? I think when we talk about the American woman, and especially a Black woman being the word that I hear about us is that we're aggressive. Some men say we talk too much. But then the thing is, like, if you've been put in that position where you are now the mother and the father because there's no man in the household, it's like you take on all of these different roles, and it may come off as you being, aggressive or mean or something.
and that's the impact of your situation, because I really don't agree with females placing themselves as fathers,
Mm-hmm.
because you are not fathers, you are mothers. You can
Mm-hmm.
raise your children, and especially male children, you can raise them with good morals and values and teach them to be the best young man they can be. But at some point in his life, when he's gonna find a male role model to go up under and learn how to really be that man. Um, so, when you put that pressure on yourself, it might cause some resentment where you feel like you got to always be on the defensive and be like, well, I'm this and I'm that. And it comes off to the next male, where you bring everything that you experience into the next relationship because you got all your defense mechanisms up, and you don't even allow a person to really, get to know you, or show you that, I'm not the same person that you was dealing with. And I know, uh, you got same and similar on both sides, men and women. But you have to learn from your previous situation, and take that in and build on it in the next one.
Yeah, that's now that I do agree with, and I always tell people to unpack your luggage before you go into the next relationship. Don't take your baggage with you. Empty all of that out before you go into the next relationship. And I don't know what you said, but somebody said you speak for yourself because I can say that about New York men. I don't know what you said. I don't know, but something about they said speak for yourself because I can say that about New York men. I don't know. Something you said. But anyway.
I definitely could speak for myself, right? So I've been in a committed relationship for 13, 14 years with my children's mother, and it was super hard work. And you're talking to a gentleman who feels like I could have any female that I put my mind to,
Mm-hmm.
and coming into a relationship where I had to compromise, where I had to eat certain things and say, you know what? Okay, you got it. Like that takes work itself. In most relationships, people are not willing to work on themselves, you know, because they so busy trying to control their partner. Like,
Okay, got you.
you know, you get more bees with honey than vinegar.
Got you. Oh, the person said you made a comment about women being aggressive. So she was saying the men in New York are aggressive. So
I never said that. I said, I said when they in a relationship, when they become single parents, they have defense mechanisms which can make them appear aggressive because they're defending themselves. They don't want to be hurt again. I don't listen. I love women. Women are nice and easy, and you deal with them how you deal with them. But I don't think y'all aggressive. It's funny to me when y'all, you know, you act like you in charge, and you know, it's funny. Like, okay.
Look, they said when you get off this live, you better hit replay. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. So look, y'all, and there's another show that's out here. And see, this is my thing, Gilbert, about these shows. The 90 Day Fiance is one thing, but then you got this show. I don't know if you've seen it, Married at First Sight. I don't know if you've ever seen Married at First Sight.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, because Married at First Sight is like you put all of your information into the hands of the pastor, the social worker. I forgot what the other ladies, I forgot what she does, but they're all of the experts, you know? And so they give you a battery of tests and different things that you have to go through so they can match you with the person that they think you should be with. And they said on the last show, it's like over 20 million people have written them to be a part of the show. They only pick, I think it's only 5 couples that they pick. But the thing is, they pick you, you go through all of these interviews and stuff with the experts, and then they come to you and they'll say, Gilbert, we found a match for you. You're getting married in 2 weeks. And you got to tell your family, tell your friends. But the catch is you don't know who the person is until you are standing at the altar.
Yeah,
that's the first time. Yeah. And that's the first time that you meet the person. You get to kiss the person. You go to the hotel with the person, you know, and you got to be in this relationship for like 8 weeks. And they monitor you, you know, and the cameras are there. But my thing is this is my thing. I don't want to be kissing on everybody, you know, like I don't. And then there's some women who in the show, they're like, when it finally hits them, like honeymoon night, normally you know the person that you can ready to have sex with. They're in the bed with somebody that they just met like a couple hours ago, you know? And I always wonder, like, how do you get your mind to do that? You know, like what makes people really want to try that, because you're literally marrying a stranger.
I can't even, you know, think about it. I got some opinions. It could be, you know, I want my 15 minutes of fame. It could be, you know, I've tried every resource, every aspect, and this is what does it hurt to try this? You know, I just can't bring myself to it. Like I feel like you like this is a complete stranger. You know, I don't know you. I don't want to be putting my body on your body, and I don't know you. None of that. So I hear you. You know, I guess that's why it's entertainment, because people would like, let me, you know, really try to find out what drives people to do this. So
right. And the thing is, now the beautiful thing about the show that I will say is that they have couples who've made it. You know, they have people who actually met and fell in love, and they have children now, they have families, and it worked for some of them. And some of them, you could just see the chemistry as, you know, the show. Huh?
Just like one night stands. Some one night stands.
I was trying not to say that, but that's kind of what it is, you know. You just dressed up, you know, you dressed up and Yeah. And the thing is, they are married. They're really married. And they, after 8 weeks, they get to come before the experts to let the experts know whether they're going to stay married or if they're going to get a divorce.
Right.
And the thing that and you being a counselor, you would probably understand this more than me, is how I see how it starts to affect them emotionally and mentally, because sometimes, even though they've gone through all of this stuff with the experts, you get to see who that person really is when you're living in the house with them.
Yeah.
And for some of the men, some of the women, they were really, really affected by the behavior of the other person. And for me, I don't know that I could put myself in that situation.
Uh-huh. I think that's why I think it's in America there's such a high divorce rate,
Hmm.
uh, because people really do not get to know each other before they make commitments, and
Yeah.
whether they feel like they're in love or they're in lust, or they're just trying to stay in a situation because they scared. There's a sense of security. Um, you relationships is hard work, and the person you're dealing with probably the first 2, maybe even 3 years is just a representation of who they really are. you know
Mhm.
you can't be in two separate places and feel like you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, because when y'all get in the same spot and you realize that you don't have the same space, and now you starting to notice the things that they doing, behind closed doors, and they get to see the things that you got behind closed doors. Like,
Mhm.
perspectives start to change, and you looking at them like, wait, hold on, I ain't
Yeah.
signing on for this.
Right.
You know,
You're right. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't, even though the cameras are rolling, I just couldn't imagine putting myself in that position. And plus, you're still going to work, you're still going on with your everyday life, and then you're coming home to this person that you still got to learn about, and the whole world is watching. Somebody said that that show is stupid. Who gets married in 90 days? You just really getting to gravitate to the body heat in 90 days. and, then, and then somebody said, Gilbert, when I watch that show, I almost throw my TV out the window. The show is stupid. Who really does that in real life?
that's it. It's people, they there on TV. You see them,
Yeah,
and
I just
I,
feel like,
I'm not gonna lie. It has been really, like, when I did watch it, it was entertaining for me to see the whole process, and then it was also like a lot of the stuff has me like, how could you put yourself in this? Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing?
right,
Do
right,
you
right.
not understand what's going on? Like, so these individuals, they want that green card, so, or that
Yeah,
citizenship, and they will tell and do anything to get it. And they have
yeah.
these gentlemen, going out there spending all that money, and looking to bring this person home. Once they get on this soil, I think it's gonna be a different story.
And that's what happens, especially on 90 Day Fiance. Like, it's a
Mhm.
lot of guys that I see who are getting involved with the women. The women are like in their 50s and 60s. And these guys are my son's age. They like 25, 26. And the ladies are like running over there, they're marrying them, they're getting a green card, they're bringing them back here. And then they find out after going through their phone, they talking to somebody else, or, because they can't go to work. That's the other thing. They can't go to work while they're here because they got to wait for, all the paperwork and stuff. And so these women come home, they find out these guys are on the phone or they snuck out with somebody. And I'm just like, why are you are we just at a place in life where we want love that bad? I think that's my question. You
Of
know,
course, it's Maslow hierarchy of needs. It's one of his hierarchy of needs, sense of belonging, and relationship and companionship, like, is a human need. And
yeah,
I this is just my personal opinion. I'm not saying this is a fact. I think the older people get, the more they think they're running out of time to find that.
mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm,
they
mm-hmm.
put themselves in these situations, that lead to all these different problems.
Yeah, yeah. And I think also, especially with the pandemic and stuff going on, where you have more time by yourself, you know, like for me, not being in a relationship, and even though my son lives here, it's like he has his own life. So pretty much, I come home, I'm by myself, it's me and my puppy. But I'm good, I'm good with it. I told you, I love it. I absolutely love it. But I can see how people can come home and just feel like, you know what, I wish somebody was here, or I wish I had somebody to talk to or to curl up with on the sofa. I can see that. I will say, Gilbert, I'm gonna be totally honest, okay? I'm gonna be totally honest. I have those moments, okay? I have those moments. But then after a moment, and I'm serious, it's moments, okay? Then I feel like, you know what? I'm actually good because I want to be able to move about, do certain things, be honest. If I don't feel like having sex tonight, I don't have to. I can just lay across my bed if I want to. I don't have to. I had to do all, that's just how I feel sometimes. I just feel like I have my space. It's like my girl space. And, I think with me, I love having the freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it. But you do have those moments where, because I was dealing with some stuff this weekend. And I think I had said to you, one of my friends, like, it would have been nice if I had somebody's real shoulder to cry on, but I had to cry, wipe my tears, suck it up, and keep it moving. And after that, I was like, you know what? Okay, you did that. Now go ahead, But, I do have those temporary moments when I feel like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. I enjoyed the single life. It was super awesome, super dope. And there were also those moments where I came home and, because I struck out, so I had to come home by myself. And it's like, oh, man, this is the time where I wish I had somebody at home.
Yeah.
And, I have a friend he's living a single life, and it's like, it sounds exciting and cool and everything. But I think I enjoy, the relationship life a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because of the support. Like,
Yeah.
I think sometimes I could be a danger to myself, not in like no violent way, but like
Yeah.
I could talk myself into a really bad predicament
Yeah.
or give up on something too quickly. And
Yeah.
that companion, is there to, like, yo, come on, let's get it together, or,
Sure.
it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. And to me, it was a great way to help me focus and motivate me to, pursue whatever I did, especially in my career. So
Yeah.
I think that's why I enjoy it more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's good. How long you been in your relationship?
Uh, don't tell her I can't remember, but like 13, 14 years.
Well, I think a lot of times men don't remember, like, because women are really sentimental and we celebrate all of that. I still celebrate my singleness, so I think that's just who we are. But somebody, I guess this is for me, they said, you still can, okay, they said, then you still can do so. Get a guy, get a guy that has his own home. Okay. So yeah, that works too, but y'all, I be playing a lot of times, y'all. I'm not really looking right now. I'm just be honest. I just be playing sometimes. But anyway, if anybody wants to call in, I'm gonna give y'all a calling number too. I meant to put this up on the screen. I could probably still put it up there. But the calling number is 443-297-4753. So you can call in if you have any comments or you want to say something to Gilbert or you want to say something to me, feel free. I'm gonna put the number up here too so everybody can call in if they want to. So Gilbert, the other show, this is the other show that's fairly new. The one, and I was telling everybody, if you just tuned in, that my other favorite show that's just starting its second season is Ready to Love. That's nephew Tommy from Steve Harvey Morning Show. Nephew Tommy, and oh, man, now I can't think of the guy's name. It'll come to me. But anyway, Rashid, yeah. Rashid was on there on this season of Ready to Love, and I really like Rashid. Like, I love his mannerisms. I love the way he carried himself on the show. And so I reached out to him, and he's going to be on the show with us next Monday night to talk about what it was like to be on Ready to Love. So did you get a chance to see that Ready to Love?
I didn't get to watch it as of yet. I did check out his Instagram.
Okay.
And I see, he looks like he's very successful, very well-liked individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he actually because again, and I want to say this too, because as we're talking about these people on the show, these are not people that are dumb people. These are people especially on Married at First Sight, Ready to Love. It's another show that's out there. These are very highly educated people that have just given up on trying to find love on their own. So they're going through another pathway to try to find love. So Will Packer is the creator of Will Packer. Okay, somebody's calling us. Let's see what they got to say. Hello. Hello. Hey, so do you have a comment or a question for us?
Well, I have a comment for Gilbert.
Okay. Go right ahead.
How you doing? How's everything?
So I wanted to just more so say something to LadyJ. So it's not that it's a hurry and a rush to get into a relationship. I'm good.
Okay.
What she said, like, I'm good.
It's a hurry to get into a relationship, because being in a relationship, a marriage especially, because there's more work that you have to put into a marriage relationship than just being in a relationship. So LadyJ is just building her platform right now. So not so much of her trying to get into a relationship. She good. So when she build her platform, then she could, gravitate to somebody else. But right now, I wouldn't want to get into a relationship either after being in a marriage for 22 years.
Right. I don't think I'm pushing her to be an. I don't. Do you feel like I pushed you to try to be in a relationship?
I'm just having a fun conversation with you, the back and forth.
So I don't think I'm pushing her to do anything that she don't want to do.
Yeah.
I just tell her,
She got her own mindset, and so you can't push a strong woman.
Oh man, see what I'm talking about? The American woman. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Listen.
See, there you go. I'm gonna be nice, because we just got our pages back up on Facebook. So I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna watch what I say. I ain't saying nothing.
I hear you. Listen.
Yeah, I think, but in Gilbert's defense, we have these conversations. I think they're funny, but at the same time, we had a really.
But I love you, Gilbert.
Oh, she said, "I love you, Gilbert."
I love you too.
All right. So, in Gilbert's defense, like one night we had a really long conversation, but you were able to help me to understand why I feel the way I do about certain things. And I think until some of us have those conversations, we won't ever understand why we don't want to do a relationship or why we would do a reality show or something like that. So I just want everybody to know that he hasn't, he's not pushing me to get into a relationship or anything like that, but he gives great advice. I will say that. And it has helped me to think about a few things. So I'll leave it there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to go back. You said something about, how do people find love? And you said, people looking to find love. And I'm just like, love finds you.
Yeah.
Like that's how I believe. Like love finds you. Like men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears, and then whatever happens after that, is extra.
Yeah.
So when I think if you're looking for it, most people they look in the wrong places because they're looking for something specific, right? And this is a little bit of advice to everybody because it's my experience also. Like, try something the opposite of what you like.
You mean as far as men? As far as men? You mean as far as men?
I'm talking about men and women. Like, if you like the girl with the body and the pretty face and who's out there, like, or that's where you look at the places you go, that's the women that you are attracted to. Try somebody who has they're attractive to you. They're not a trophy, but you're attracted to them. They have a something that more than a body, they have a mind that stimulates your mind. They have a personality, because I love personality. Personality could win me over anytime.
Yes.
If you got an excellent personality, I'm looking at you like
right. Right. Yeah. So, and see, that's what we were talking about when I said to you that I'm not always looking at the face. Like, a lot of people look at the physical. I love the conversation. Can this person have a conversation? And it could be, we could be laughing and joking, but can you keep my interest with your conversation? What are you thinking about? Where's your mind at? So that's what I'm attracted to, and I like what you said about picking, go for something different. So I did that, blue collar, white collar, and neither one of them was no good. So, I just realized, you know what? I don't know how to pick them. So I just leave them alone. And like you said, you let them come to you. You let them find you. And somebody said, to me, they said too strong. I'm too strong. They said too strong. She is too strong. I guess me. Okay. I guess.
and that shouldn't be a handicap. Like, being a strong Black woman or a strong woman, period, like, shouldn't be a handicap to you. Knowing what you want, being standing your ground as far as how you want things to progress. I think that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
But so you have sometimes ladies cater to the man's ego. Men don't want to be bullied. Men don't want to see, like, he can respect that you are strong in your stance, and at the same time you can respect that he's a man and allow him to be a man. This is not a competition. Like, you can get your point across without making him feel like he's competing with I wanted to say something else, but who gonna wear the pants?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So if y'all want to call in, the number is 443-297-4753. Somebody agrees with you. They said amen, definitely. Well, somebody got to wear the pants, so both of us can't wear the pants. Somebody said there's nothing wrong with being strong and confident. Okay, Gilbert. They said
there's definitely not. No, it's not.
Yeah. For a woman.
I think that's an attractive feature on a woman. Like, powerful women who know what they want, who are powerful, is attractive. To try to dominate a man because you are powerful and know what you want, it's not going to work. Men are naturally dominant creatures. You have to allow them to be men. That don't mean he's going to be trying to make a slave out of you. And I think that's where the confusion comes in, or the misconception comes in, that where it's like, we both strong, but you ain't gonna be sitting here telling you what
to do. Yeah. Somebody's calling in. Hi, go right ahead. Is this for Gilbert or is this for me? Let me get prepared.
Just dropping my 50 cents in the conversation.
Okay.
I just tuned in and I just saw the conversation. I think the conversation is spot on. It's something that is a must need. I know for me myself that I do find a lot of men are intimidated by me because of my standards as well as what I want in a man. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I've come to understand is that it lets me know they're not ready for the type of woman that they say they want. And you can't say, well, this is the type of woman that I want, or even the type of man that I want, but you're not ready for them. Mm-hmm. And then you get all up in your feelings because you feel rejected, but you're not ready. Mm-hmm.
I'm about to look. I'm in here looking for my church fan because I'm getting ready to do the church fan wave. Because you said it. You are so right. That is the honest to goodness truth. Where my fan at? You have to buy one.
That is an excellent
and
point.
I tell guys, any guy who thinks, and I say who thinks he's interested in me, I run him the gambit. I said, first of all, let me tell you, I retired at 46. What you bringing to the table?
There you go. Because you can eat by yourself at the table, right?
And I do. And it's a good meal, too. But I think it's also key that we make sure we're not also sending signals that how much money he got, how much money she got.
Right.
If you are looking to build a life together, it doesn't matter if he's only coming with $10 and you coming with 1,000 or vice versa. Mm-hmm. You are talking about you're building together. And I can speak from experience because I was married many years ago. Mm-hmm. And when I got married, the husband, he was only working a part-time job. I was working a full-time job. But let me tell you, I purchased a house at the age of 22 on a job and a half.
Okay.
So we got to be careful that we also don't block, a potential guy. Again, he may not or she may not have everything. Mm-hmm. But if you have the mindset, we're building together. Because if we're not looking to build together, listen, you stay in your sandbox, I'll stay in mine. Okay. I already built my queen castle. You already built your king castle. Then just stay there.
Yes.
That's my 50 cents.
What about down the bridge and coming to visit sometimes?
Say that again.
Nah, you can't come and visit. No. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh man, I love her comment because it's so true, and that's how we as women feel. And that's how I gotta buy a fan. You know how when you at church and they do the fan, I gotta get one of them. Because she was saying everything. And that's how I feel like, you don't have to have somebody sitting across the table from you. Why deal with the aggravation? You can sit at the table and eat by yourself and be good. So I totally agree with what she said. Listen, if anybody else wants to call in, the calling number is 443-297-4753, 443-297-4753. This is Gilbert Bell. I'm LadyJ. This is BMore Brooklyn. And we're talking about these reality dating shows. Would you do it?
And just to go back to the young lady, I think what she said is absolutely. I was waiting because I was going to say this also in regards to women. Like, you can be a strong woman and help build a strong man. Like, not, you don't let him leech off you. He not, don't let him be lazy, but you can push him and guide him and show him how to do certain things. Because if he don't know, he don't know. You can't blame him for that. But if he's great to you and with you, don't dismiss him because he don't got. Like, it's a lot of good men who really don't know what to do, how to do it, and look for a woman to help them with that. So I really agree with that point that she brought up.
Gilbert, you see my face, right? I mean, I love you, bro, but I got backtrack for a minute. Now, at what point in time because I've had this conversation with people before. Like, I hear what you're saying, that there are men out there who, and sorry, y'all, we went off the topic for a little bit, but there are men out there who, if we're willing to work with them and help build them up, they could be really good men. At what age do we stop doing this? You know, because I just feel like, I think when I look at it sometimes, you know, I'm like, my son is 25. Okay. I've already raised my son and shown him what to do. I'm not really in the mindset of meeting a grown man and now showing him what to do.
Right. Okay. So you decide whatever age you want to stop at. That's on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are still grown men out here who act younger than your son.
Oh yeah. I've known a couple. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
and your son is a very fortunate young man to be around such a powerful woman who also puts him in the, you know, around other powerful individuals where he can learn and grow for himself too. That's what I mean by, if somebody's not exposed to that, how they gonna know? It's just like people who are I don't want to say abused by their parents, but like I use myself in my case. Like my grandmother, my mother, really my grandmother, you know, her peoples is from the South. So I know they came up with a lot of that slave, the slave mentality, slave behavior, where ass whoopings, you know, yelling and all kinds, the way, you know, the kids were disciplined.
Yeah.
And when, you know, when I look at it now, I say, but they didn't know how to do it differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm a parent. I know how to talk to my kids. I know how to, you know, I know how to get them to think about what they did and how they could not do it again. Right. So it's the same thing in the relationship, where if the man wasn't exposed to certain things, how you expect them to know? But guess what? He met a LadyJ, and he made LadyJ smile, and he makes LadyJ feel good. And LadyJ said, let me show you how to, you know, create a little income for yourself, because you ain't gonna be sitting up under me, boy. You know, and he don't take it no way.
Right.
So
you know how do y'all have Build-A-Bear workshop up there in New York? Do y'all have that? Jesus is going to have to build him, okay? Jesus is going to have to build LadyJ a man. Because I don't think, and Nodella Jordan, she said by 35, he or she should be grounded. If not, you have to decide if you want to deal with that. And I'm with Nodella, because if you don't have it together by a certain age, I can love you from a distance and from your house and my house, and we can be friends, but we can't be in a relationship, because I don't, how can I say this in a nice way? I don't want to teach nobody anything. You need to just come on, you know? I feel like we both can learn something from each other, but I do understand, and I hear what you're saying, that there are some men that didn't get what they were supposed to get growing up. And that's unfortunate. And there are women out there who can dust them off, and, you know, they can have a really great life. That's just not for me. You know, I need you to come onto the table with a plate and forks and spoons, just like me. I don't have the patience or the energy to do that. And I don't want to do that. You know, I'm really clear. I don't want to do that. And there's probably some really nice guys out there, but no, we would just have to be friends. We have to be friends. Yeah. So
do you think it's vice versa?
It's vice versa, where they can help build me?
Not even that they, I guess it goes to these social norms where the man's supposed to be the provider and, you know, take care of the household. And, you know, here goes, I'm not saying you, LadyJ, but I'm going to use that as an example. Here goes a LadyJ who, you know, he finds her attractive. She don't really have much going on for herself, but he gives her opportunity, to start a relationship? How does that go?
I mean, I think it's nice. I think it's like No Dollar said, it's up to you. You know how you feel. I meet a lot of guys, the millionaires, that I could probably talk to, but I think it comes down to that connection, definitely conversation. But at the same time, for example, okay, I'm not going to say the person's name, but a few years back, I was at a church. I'll say a church, and there was, because I sing, and I had to sing at this church, and there was a gentleman who was interested in me, and I found out through someone else. Now, when we talked, I realized that he had a lot, just what you just said a few minutes ago. He missed a lot in life because his mother was addicted to crack. So, he grew up on the streets. He was here, there, everywhere. But you could tell that very nice guy, very attractive guy. The skin tone was exactly as I like it. But my thing was, you know what, bro? You got way too much. You got a suitcase, you got laundry, you got luggage, you got backpacks. I'm not willing to help you unpack, rebuild, do all of that. But you know what? We're still friends to this day, and we laugh about it. But he understood at the time that I had to be clear with him, like, bro, you got too much stuff, and I'm not willing to invest time and attention in helping you unpack all these bags. I got to help you unpack all of this. Then we get into a relationship. I might be 90 years old. I don't want to do that. So we ended up leaving it as he laughed about it, and he was really cool. But he was like, I still don't want to lose you as a friend. And so we remain friends to this day. But that's what I'm talking about, that some people come with a lot of baggage. Are you willing to help them unpack all of their stuff? And
not.
Huh?
Me personally, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think I agree with you when I say, and I agree with the young lady, it's your choice, to decide if you want to do that or not. But I'm also ambivalent because I say you never know what you'll miss out on if you don't give somebody a shot, Yeah,
that's true. Maybe, like I said, God is building him, so he's coming. I don't know. Yeah, he coming. I don't know where he is.
He's watching you right now.
He watching right now. Okay, hey y'all. Well, listen, No Dollar said, I have considered going on one of those shows, but decided not to because I would shut it down with that nonsense. Me and No Dollar, do I know you? Because we like sister girls. But I totally agree. And somebody said that's why we have to date potential. Somebody else, I guess they're asking me what kind of skin tone. Okay, all personally, all up in my business, but okay, this is like, my thing is, I love Black men. I think Black men in all colors are just beautiful. So I'm not a person that would date outside of my race. That's not really me. I love Black men. I think Black men are just gorgeous. So, colors, you can't be like too light though. You know how you see some people, they just like light bright, no offense, but that's not attractive to me. We could probably have a great conversation. And then on the other end, guys who are, they have that chocolatey color skin, whoever's asking me this question, I don't know, are you asking for yourself? But, the chocolatey color skin, I love that, But anyway, so No Dollar says yes with fire. Yes, No Dollar, So, but I just think Black men are gorgeous. That's my personal opinion. That's how I feel. I don't date outside of my race. Somebody said, I love Black men, but not them sunshine men. Okay.
I'm glad I got out the game when I did, because we was popping. Us light skins was popping. We ain't popping no more, so I'm good.
No, the dark skinned men are in now. And
I know. So when we was popping, I made my move. I got in, got out.
and you got out of the game.
Yeah.
But you know, because the thing about it, there's a guy on Ready to Love. But he's a younger guy. He probably, I guess he's in his 30s, but he's on Ready to Love. But every time I see him, it's not so much that I'm attracted to him, but I love his skin tone. Like his skin is so beautiful, but he's a dark skinned guy. And sometimes I meet darker men and darker women who actually have a complex because of the color of their skin. I'm like, no, you're beautiful. You know, I just think that is just, it's beautiful to me. Somebody says, no, Gilbert, you are just right. If I was single, I hope your wife is not in the room. Somebody says, no, Gilbert, you are just right. If I was single, I would sit on your lap.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so Gilbert, let me just say that Gilbert has a wife and he has children, but you know, I'm sure he takes all compliments. She knows what she has. Gilbert is a handsome guy. So you know, so yeah, I'm sure she knows that. But yeah, this person, I don't see their name, but they definitely said they would, if you were single, they would sit in your lap. So we
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So yeah, so we have like probably like 6 more minutes left in the show. So if you want to call in, the number again is 443. Let me pull it up, y'all. Sorry. It's up in the comments. 443-297-4753. Now the lady that wants to sit in Gilbert's lap, you know, we got it. If you want to call and say hi, you can say hi. Okay. So 443-297-4753. But y'all look. Next,
let me get you for that one because you're trying to start some trouble, man.
Listen, I'm just reading the comments and I'm like, wow, okay. Okay. Well, Gilbert made an impression tonight. So you know, yay, Gilbert, he made an impression. Y'all listen. Next week is gonna be really fun because we're gonna have Rashid on here. He's called the Car God, GAWD. He has his own business, and he's a driver. He sells all these different exotic cars and stuff. And he was on the show Ready to Love. If y'all want to like look at it, until is somebody sending Gilbert some hearts? Wait a minute, Gilbert. Somebody sending you hearts, Gilbert.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Gilbert, you're really making an impression tonight. So, but anyway, y'all, Rashid was on Ready to Love, and actually they just wrapped up with the second part of the reunion show. So if you get a chance, go back and watch Ready to Love. It's the second season. Ready to Love second season, and they did a reunion part 1, part 2. But basically the premise of the show is that they select, I think, 10 or 12 people, like 6 women, 6 men, and you go to this resort for 8 weeks and you stay on the resort and you basically get to know the different guys, the different women on the resort. You interact with them. You know, they're kissing. See, that's the big thing for me, because I need some papers. I need to see some papers that, you know, that your lips are good, because I don't know where they've been, that, you know, that you're good. So, who is still, somebody said Gilbert kind of favors. Okay, can I finish talking about Rashid, y'all? Somebody said Gilbert kind of favors T.I. the rapper. Okay. So can I finish y'all talking about
T.I.?
Yeah, T.I. said you kind of favor T.I. Okay.
I'll take it. Thanks.
All right, y'all. Can I finish talking about Rashid for next week's show? Thank you very much. so anyway.
It got me blushing. Come on, don't make me blush.
Okay. So anyway, so on the show, y'all, okay, Y'all went and talked to Gilbert. Let me finish getting this part out. So on the show, on Ready to Love, they narrow it down to 3 couples. And so each week, 1 or 2 people are eliminated from the show. If they're not finding love, well, they'll eliminate them by saying, you're not ready to love. And so you go home. And Rashid was actually, he got all the way to the end. And I want y'all to go back and see what happened, because Rashid got played. And I was so mad because I think he's such a nice guy. Somebody said, okay, Lady J, I'll stop. I don't know who this person is that's talking about you, but they said, okay, Lady J, I'll stop, with a bunch of smiling faces. But Rashid, actually, I feel like he got played. I want to talk to him about that next week, because he was such a nice guy. The purpose of the show is that you talk to all of the guys. But there was one woman that Rashid locked into because he had met her in the past. And they ended up running into each other on this show. And I guess he really liked her and he locked into her. And I felt like she kind of played him because she was holding on to him and really making him feel like we good. But at the same time, she's talking to all the other men on the resort and his mind is focused on her. So y'all got to go back and watch it. But I thought I think that he's a very nice guy, and that the way he handled the entire situation, even on the reunion show, which was very interesting. And we're going to talk about that next week, because see, this is what happens with people. Karma always comes back. And so the lady who played him, something happened on that stage when nephew Tommy was asking questions, and it happened right in front of Rashid. And I felt like, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You can't play with people's emotions, even on these reality shows. So he's going to be with us next week from 8 to 9 o'clock. He'll be with us next week. And so this is our new show. Y'all, thank you. This is BMore Brooklyn. Go ahead. I'm gonna let Gilbert close out. He's the star of the show. And
we both do it. I want to thank everybody. I appreciate it. Whoever's sending the love in the comments, I appreciate it. Everybody who called in, I appreciate you. Yeah. Everybody who left a comment, appreciate you. Thank you. Tell somebody, tune in next week, and catch some of this energy that we giving out, because we plan to, keep bringing y'all some fun, wholesome, down to earth, information, and we having fun, and we want y'all to join.
Yeah, definitely. And y'all listen. We have a radio station. It's What Up Baltimore Radio. Somebody said bye, Gilbert, with a heart and some hands, all of this. And so, but we got the radio show. The radio station is What Up Baltimore Online Radio. And so you can definitely, it's a 24/7 radio station. When we don't have shows going on, we have music going on. Somebody said light skinned brothers rule. Great discussion tonight. All right, y'all. So y'all, it really has been fun. Like for our first show, this really has been a lot of fun. And I'm actually, Gilbert had his own show, and that's how I met him. Like I was watching him online on his show, and I was like, this dude is really kind of funny and really cool. And we started talking. I've never met Gilbert in person, but we've been talking for a while, and he's in Brooklyn and I'm in Baltimore. So he came up with the name BMore Brooklyn, which I really like. So tell everybody about BMore Brooklyn. It's every Monday night from 8 to 9 o'clock. And you get to actually, somebody said we needed this laugh tonight. Yeah, you get to join in, you get to call in, you get to say how you feel, and we just seriously just having fun with it. But y'all for real, be safe out there, because COVID is going on. So be safe if you are, going out there to date and all of that. But me, no, I'm not kissing nobody. I'm happy even COVID is over. I'm like this.
Kiss nobody. I don't want to kiss nobody. Oh my
COVID
God.
is over. COVID is over. When COVID is over, I will still lock these lips because I will not. You know, we got to do some paperwork first. Uh, somebody said this weekend has been rough, so I'm glad we were able to make you laugh. You know, we all have these rough days and rough times, but all right, Todd. So anything else you want to say, Brooklyn? Anything else you want to say?
Uh, if you want to check out my YouTube channel, it's Gilbert and Bell Live. On YouTube, you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Gilbert and Bell Live. You want to follow me on Facebook, it's Gilbert and Bell Live at the Life of Gilbert and Bell. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to spending a whole lot of time with you guys every Monday. You know, hit me up. Shout out to LadyJ. I appreciate her so much. She is really inspiring me and keeping me focused and on my game. So, big shout out to LadyJ.
Yeah, Gilbert, look, Gilbert might be the best man at my next wedding. I don't know. You know, whatever happens. Who knows? You know?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so y'all have a really great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Like, listen, make sure y'all share this video. Share the video, share, and let everybody know that BMore Brooklyn was on, and we are good. We'll talk to y'all. Y'all like my sunglasses? My son bought these for me, and he told me to put them on. So I said, okay. He trying to find me a man too. I said, okay, but I'd rather just look through the sunglasses, and I'm good. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. All right, Gilbert. Take care, everybody, and be blessed. We'll talk to you soon.